To each and every woman out there who is my cousin, your cousin, our cousin over here, I hope you had a fantastic Women's Day yesterday. I hope and pray that you remember that being a woman is not only your breasts. Being a woman is not only your curves, your beauty. Being a woman is not only putting on that makeup. Being a woman is not only reproducing or only conceiving, only brushing that big tummy when you are waiting for your bundle of joy, only having that long hair. Being a woman is a very huge deal. As a woman on your side watching this video, I want you to take it upon yourself and say that you are beautiful, you are capable, and you are strong. So being a woman is not you fighting for your place in this planet, but being a woman is for you to be strong enough to actually do changes around you. Dumela Kazi, welcome back to Gossip Cafe. Libizo la K. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning Sabi, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. On this video, I'm going to be talking about a video that is doing rounds on X or on Twitter. So this video was posted by the South African government page on Twitter. And obviously, as you all know, that we were celebrating the Women's Day yesterday in South Africa. So I'm going to be talking about that specific video on this one, and I'm going to be talking about trans women as a whole, right? So if you are that person who is unable to actually engage in some discussions and you are vile, I don't think this video will be for you, because I'm going to be talking and I'm going to be telling you my own opinions, and I don't expect each and every one of you on your side to actually agree with me on this one. So without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. On the 9th of August 1956, about over 20,000 women marched to union buildings in Pretoria to protest against legislation aimed at tightening the apartheid government control over the movement of black women in urban areas. There is a huge significance on this particular holiday in South Africa. It has a huge history, very rich history, and a history whereby women said, no, enough is enough. We're going to do this our way. We're going to go and fight for our rights. At that particular time, at that moment, trans women were never around. Like this trans thing going on, it is something that is new, obviously. Maybe it was existing then, I don't know. I have no clue anything that has to do with trans history. So I'm going to be talking about things that I know about, which is things that are happening at this point of time. So at that time, over 20,000 women decided to go to actually protest against the rules and laws that the apartheid government was actually forcing to these black women, right? So my problem here, as I said, I'm going to be talking about trans women, right? My problem here is this video that I'm going to be sharing here. Then I'm going to come back and finish up what I've started.
South Africa, this is your girl Casey, another trans woman that's living her best life. And I just wanted to say to all the trans women out there, happy Women's Day, because you're also women and you're making a change. Happy Women's Day, South Africa.
So as you can see, guys, the government of South Africa decided to share this video of a trans woman. What is a trans woman? A trans woman is someone who was born with a certain genitals, with a certain gender, and they decided, or they actually say, okay, I was born in a wrong body and stuff like that, so I'm gonna decide to go under a knife, or to actually say I'm a woman, like, or I'm a man, or something like that. That is a trans woman. They were never born women, or they were never born men. If you say trans man or trans woman, they were never born with that gender. So they decided to adopt a different gender that they actually feel like that this is our own gender, that we actually will continue with it. So that doesn't mean that genetically they've changed. Now they are a certain gender. Genetically they are still with their actual natural gender. They just decided to maybe go under knife, eat these hormones and all of those things, right? Fine, cool. I don't have a problem with that. Each and everyone can do whatever they want with their bodies. Each and everyone is allowed to actually be protected in South Africa. And also with this video, I'm not saying people should go out and go and attack transgender people. It has nothing to do with homophobia, transphobia, or whatever at this point of time. I'm just voicing out my opinions with regard to this one. Yesterday, it was the 9th of August, commemorating the 1956 women who marched to the Union Building. And this is a very big part of our history as South African. It is a very big part history for women. Women have been around here. Women have been strong and have been trying to actually make our communities, make our world, make our country to be a better country. They have been oppressed so many times. They've been oppressed for so many years, for centuries. Women have been oppressed. Women have been viewed as birthing machines, sex machines. Also, when it comes to cooking and all of these domesticated things, women were only viewed as that way. Women were only viewed as people that have to be controlled by men, as people that have to be satisfying men, giving these men children and all of those things, which is naturally that women will conceive. Obviously, it is a reproduction and all of those things. But the way that it was happening, it felt like obviously it is animals. It's like animals, right? And also, even today, women are still oppressed. If you go to corporates and all of those things, offices and stuff like that, some of the women are actually getting paid less than the average amount that a man is getting. Why didn't I come out yesterday and say Happy Women's Day? I don't see the necessity for me to go out and say only on that particular day and say Happy Women's Day. It should be a Women's Day each and every day, and women should be given opportunities, the same opportunities that men do get, right? It doesn't mean that you should lose your femininity, and it doesn't mean that you should lose your actual masculinity, because women are multifaceted. Women can be anything they want to be, right? As long as they are given a platform to actually showcase what they want to do. So what the Department of or the government of South Africa page did to share a video of a trans woman who has nothing to do with that day, it for me, it was offensive. I'm not a woman, but I was like offended. Where are the women who can stay there and talk about these things? Where are the biological women who can stand there and make a video and say Happy Women's Day to women, right? Women are still fighting their own battles at the moment, and trans women are fighting their own battles as well. Why can't they focus on their own battles and let women to enjoy a specific day that is actually celebrating their existence in South Africa? Why should we glorify people who just decided to pop up like pimples everywhere, and they start saying that, okay, I'm gonna be a woman right now and I'm going to actually compete with women? Because right now, obviously, this video says that you are also a woman. You are also making a change. We don't dispute that. You are making a change in your communities, in the world, and all of those things. People get to understand what are trans women and all of those things because of that. Why don't you focus on that? Why do you focus on trying to actually shove yourself in women's business? We understand that you are a woman, a trans woman, but at the end of the day, we've got biological women. So when you stand there and thinking that you will compete with a woman, you make it difficult for trans women who are living their lives according to what they believe they're living their lives. You're making it difficult for trans women who actually are not competing with biological women. Why are you forcing yourselves so much that it is so difficult for us to actually say, wow, you know what, we should actually have a holiday that will commemorate trans women? What did you do apart from fighting homophobia in your communities as trans women? I feel like at this point of time, you should be doing, or you should be learning one and two things regarding what happened in 1956. You should be learning from women so that you can be able to go hand in hand with these people that you are competing with and actually do something and do a difference somewhere, somehow. When it comes to that 1956 holiday, or what happened in 1956, I don't think you should have any business talking about it, or you should have business talking about it, but you shouldn't. You should have no business trying to actually compete with the biological woman who actually fought for this freedom. You are fighting for your own freedom. Do that. Fight for your own freedom. We all know that trans people, most of the times, they don't regard themselves as people that fall under the gay world. They are women and they are men. Most of the times it's actually trans women. They are trans women. They are not gay. So don't call them gay and don't include them in anything that is happening with gay people, because they are trans, they are women. So I think that from now on you should start fighting your own battles as trans people. We should be out there as allies and say supporting you, fighting your own battles, but you shouldn't be trying to sideline biological women who are actually solidified their existence in South Africa, solidified their existence everywhere in the world. Women are still fighting till to date. And I don't see you trans women actually cheering women up and say, you know what, you actually built this road for us to just walk on it. So thank you so much, women. But what you do right now, you compete with them. When you see the actual ads for these big companies for women, like your skincare, your makeup, it is these people. It is trans people. What happens to women now? Why are we sidelining women on these issues? And I don't think a lot of people say, why women are threatened by trans. Why should you even ask that question if you are actually not competing with women, if they are threatened? I don't think women are threatened by trans people. They are not threatened, but the problem is there are opportunities that they should be getting are given to people who just popped out somewhere, somehow in this lifetime. And that women should fight for, the same way that they fought for their freedom in this country. They should also fight for their freedom to be to be allowed to be women, to be allowed to say, no, we don't want to be associated with certain people, or we don't want to be included in certain things that we want to do, or we celebrate that we actually won, or we actually did the past years or the decades or centuries and stuff like that. Take your baton, like trans people, you must start now and try to fight for what is right and stop competing with women. The government should stop forcing the issue each and every time when it is Women's Day. I have never seen government actually putting out trans men and doing all this dramatic stuff using trans men. They always use trans women because they know that they will get traction. So it doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I might be dragged for this one. I might be cancelled for this one. But I don't want to be cancelled because I'm still too young to be cancelled. There's a lot of things that I want to do. There's a lot of organizations that I want to work with. But if it happens that it happens, it is my opinion. And I am not apologetic about it. It is my opinion. Trans women should know their place. Trans women should let women to enjoy their actual holidays, their actual certain things that don't actually involve trans women. It's not on. There, I said it, guys. Thank you so much for watching till this far. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, and also make sure that you hit your notification bell, right? Like this video if you enjoyed it. I will see you on my next upload. Peace out.